and stuff. And we sat down in the booth and I started interviewing him. And as he pointed out, he was getting along too well with me. Just chit-chatting, talking about music and this, that, and the other. And he's saying, he was a musician. I said, I'm a musician. And I said, well, what kind of music do you like? What kind of music do you play? Well, I play rock. And I said, well, rock was invented by black musicians. Oh, let's not go there. Elvis Presley invented rock. I said, no, Elvis did not invent rock, right? I said, Chuck Berry invented rock, right? And he goes, okay, well, you probably know more about music than I do. So, but what difference does it make, what color the musician is? I said, well, it doesn't make any difference to me. But obviously it makes a difference to you because, in our history books, we talk about Ben Franklin. Who cares what color Ben Franklin is? If he invented electricity, he invented electricity, right? And he goes, well, yeah, I know about the guy who invented peanut butter. And I said, okay. I'm serious. And I said, okay, what's his name? He thought about it. He goes, Carver. I said, what's his first name? He said, George Washington Carver. I said, okay, very good. I shook his hand, right? And so then, what did he say? He runs the NSM, National Socialist Movement, and the whole white supremacy ideology is called the movement. All right. So anyway, I said, well, he goes, I said it's a racist movement. He said, no, it's like a white civil rights movement for white people. He goes, you got the NAACP, and I said yes. I said, but there are white members of the NAACP. Can I join the NSM? He goes, no. And, I said, well, why not? Well, then it's a racist movement. And then we got into it, and he goes, I will fight to the last bullet for my people. I'm like, whoa. He just kind of like, flipped out here. I said, okay.
Did you do that because you were realizing that you were getting a little too friendly with him?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
That's so funny. Like, I'm keeping my ideology no matter what.
Yes.
That's funny. You're not going to trick me by me being a cool guy.